Hey, what's up everybody? Prospector here with Watcher of Realms, guys. Today we'll be looking over the update that's going to be hitting today, apparently. I thought that was on the 9th, but it's today. There's a lot of hero buffs. There's a lot of changes for GVG. There's a few changes for Arena. And they're all going to be a massive impact to how we currently play Watcher of Realms. But anyways, without further ado, let's dig in. Alright, so 12.8 is going to be update day. That should be today when I release this video. It also says on here, after this update, the unused Hero of the Year skin voucher in your storage will be recalled, and the Woodland Wildflower LON will be reissued via mail. Alright, so now onto the Guild Wars stuff. We're going to have a Tier A and a Tier B league system, so things are going to be a little bit different. Added Tier A, Tier B league system effective from Season 12 during Season 11's Season Settlement. All guilds below Platinum 1 will be assigned to Tier B league. I like this whole idea, honestly, because I think a lot of teams that are lower end end up going against these monstrous guilds, and it's just a bit much, and it's very discouraging for a lot of those players to get involved in GVG. And GVG is actually a really cool thing. It's just that, you know, even on the top end, sometimes you go up against these guilds full of just pure krakens, and it's like, okay, like, this is not going to be fun. But anyways, I digress. Very good system here. You guys should definitely want to check this out and get into a little bit more details about it. I'm probably not the best to explain the differences as far as the Tier A, Tier B stuff, but it just seems like there's going to be two different groups of the more Master League and the more beginner to mediocre players. Make a big difference here. Two, but Guild Wars Season 12 season launch, updated Central Keep and Defense Towers, of course, updated seasonal rewards, new theme style, avatar borders, and emotes. No season Demon Soldier, Tormented Banshee can be attained through Guild War. Demon Soldier, Tormented Banshee, Bloodspring Creature, Speedster, Demon Soldier, briefly gains invisibility and when at low HP. Wow, all of those things? That's weird. Optimize your recommended system plan so that it can be applied to all facilities of the same type. Optimize Guild War matchmaking mechanism. This is good. And then this is where the Gladiator stuff is going to start for Season 11 for Server 5 and 6. And then the Mystery Demon Chest, Demon Soldier adjustments. They're going to be adding that Golden Guard into the Mystery Demon Chest. Now here's the stuff for all of the heroes, and it's a bunch. It's a bunch of stuff changing. A lot of it's just bugs, but just to go over a few of them really quickly here. Fixed an issue where Torador's Awakened 5 could fail to trigger a second revival if he died immediately after the first one ended, which is pretty disappointing if it does happen. And Kagiri, the Undying Ronin, fixed a lingering visual effect issue with Sweeping Strike and Ember Strike. Fixed an issue where Sweeping Strike or Ember Strike triggered during Tranquil Reflection would lack the invincibility for a short duration after the start. This is really annoying sometimes. It's rare, but I have witnessed this a few times where he is actually in his sheathed state or Tranquil Reflection, and basically he takes full damage and just dies. So that kind of sucks sometimes when it happens. I don't know what causes it, but obviously they figured it out. Sithra, the Serpent's Embrace, clarified the description of the unit in the talent to specify that it includes units not summoned by the hero. Okay. Narissa, Song of Siren, optimized the targeting of Abyssal Favor to Praetoria's non-sanctity units, such as Honora. Alright, Gwendolyn. I have a whole video here going over her buffs, and I'm actually going to go ahead and put that down in the description for you guys to go and check out. I do believe that Gwendolyn's buffs are very significant, to be honest with you. She applies a shield equal to 75% max HP to all allies in range for 10 seconds. The shield is affected by healing effect. The Shield of Hope, when a shield applied by this hero to an ally expires, restores 10% of the target's max HP and grants 2% rage for a second, or basically 2% rage. When a shield applied by this hero to an ally expires, inflicts 10% vulnerability to physical damage and a 8 second slow and 1 second freeze on up to 3 nearby enemies, which is pretty cool. If you consider going into Matrix with your Gwendolyn and you're providing all this massive shield, is actually, it's super impressive. And now it goes to everybody as it goes by like a boosted up vortex and now you're going to be able to put this physical damage to vulnerability on there. Very significant as far as Matrix goes. Awaken level 1, when Frigid Fury is triggered, the number of enemy targets +2 and the vulnerability physical damage effect increases to 20%. Awaken 3, when taking fatal damage, gains unyielding for 5 seconds. During this time, all allies within the hero's basic attack range restore 10% of their max HP per second. That can be triggered up to 1 time per battle. Awaken 5, after casting Icy Shell, increases max HP by 10% permanently. Stacks up to 3 times, so extra 30% HP going on to her. So I think that Gwendolyn's buff is very significant, and it's going to be a huge change. And I do believe that there's a good chance that she might come around this Christmas as a limited exclusive. It's actually a really good choice if they decided to do it. As of before, she wasn't that good, but there's a lot of stages nowadays, even before the buff, where she's actually going to be used significantly more than she was in the past. We thought she was kind of useless because you could just bring a vortex. But now she's doing much more than vortex, and she's just basically a super, I don't want to call her super shredder. There you go, super shredder. You guys ever seen that Ninja Turtle movie? Anyways, Venoma, Snakeblood Empress. This one I'm not as impressed with, but it is still a massive improvement. She does help in Gear Raid 1. She's been reworked into an AoE mage. All damage types have been changed to AoE magic damage. Below are the changes. The attacks up to 3 enemies, dealing 120% damage. The ultimate, after brief channeling, deals 560 damage to enemies in the front area and inflicts Hex for 10 seconds. Hex deals 35% continuous magic damage per second. And the Golden Curse, when inflicting Hex on enemies, also inflicts a 50% slow for 6 seconds. And then we have Cursing Gaze. After every 5 attacks, the next attack deals 280% damage to enemies and inflicts Hex for 10 seconds. Awaken level 5 is basic attack target quantity +2. This will be very helpful in Gear Raid 1 22+. Honestly, it's going to be pretty significant to be able to bring yourself a Venoma along, and she'll make a difference for you guys, which is good because she's supposed to be useful. She was really bad before. Numera, the Grimthorn Guardian, the basic attack has a 50% chance to launch 1 additional Grimthorn Spike. Now it's going to be launches 1 additional Grimthorn Spike every 2 basic attacks. I believe this Grimthorn Spike is what puts the damage reduction on the enemy. Instead of being a 50% chance, which could let that damage reduction fall off, making her inconsistent with a lot of stuff. So doing it this way is going to make it so that it's guaranteed to stay up when she's attacking. Nastia, poison immune duration is +5 seconds. It's pretty nice. If you're going to be using her in APOC 2, which a lot of people do, she's very good at it. Sadie, skills max HP effect description modified. Before, increases the target's max HP by 30%. After, applies max HP increase to allies. Max HP increases max HP by 30%. Okay, very good. Philippa, enchanted arrow, basic attack skill description modified. Added, prioritizes attacking the airborne units. Pretty straightforward there. Ireless, Winter's Mercy, newly added a bond skill. Obtain Rivenhold, the Horn-bound Sovereign, to unlock the following bonus effect. When healing prayer triggers healing, increases Ireless's attack speed by 100 for 5 seconds. There's a couple new artifacts here. We have a Regulus artifact that's going to be coming out during the ultimate, or is this updated? I'm sorry. During the ultimate, increases max HP by initial 20% and applies max HP increase of 15% to allies in ultimate range. Takes effect only when stronger than the current buff/debuff of the same attribute. Okay, fine. But there is a new one coming out. Canes, the Final Fangs exclusive artifact, Leviathan. Added, increases AoE damage by 30%. Grants 15% penetration to adjacent allies. So when you bring him out, you need to bring more enemies or more allies out. You could put them by him, and it's going to give them an extra 15% penetration, which is actually really good. It's going to help buff the allies around him. Very, very nice artifact to be added to the game. Arena. You can now view your BP, the opponent's BP, and the stage's monster BP from the team setup interface after selecting an opponent. That I'll show you in just a second, but the arena monster-based attribute calculation is adjusted. Monster-based attributes have been increased. Please update your lineups and auto fight records accordingly. So now we're going to be looking at Arena being even harder to break through than it was before. Is this going to be a positive? I don't know. I'm wondering if maybe it'll help with the magic damage, just overpowering in anti-air, which has been kind of an issue. But I do have a little bit of concern of whether or not you're going to need, like, is it going to remove the ability to use somebody like a Yuri to fight against a Lady Alexandra? Because Alexandra is going to do 2 damage onto the enemies that are coming in, and then Yuri is going to have a hard time struggling and breaking through those defenses. I don't know. I do know that Nyx even struggles as well to take down all of the mobs coming in on the later stages of Arena and anti-air, so we will see what happens. Single target has become a little difficult. Maybe they're trying to make it so that Kagiri can't be used. I don't know what the plan is here. Honestly, it's a bit wonky. We will see how this actually plays out when it hits, but let me show you a little bit of how that's going to work. I'll just pull up the test server here. All right, so 22,977 is on this one. You can see your BP there, but if you hit info button, you're going to get the current BP of your team, and you get the stage monster BP of your 22,977, which is just going to be your enemy's BP, which is whatever. I don't know. It's basically going to match the enemy's BP, I guess. And I don't think, let me pull this back out quickly here. I don't think that's on there now. What are we looking at now? I don't even know, to be honest with you. Let's just take a quick peek here. 587, 385. Yes, there's no info button there. We're going to get an info button that's going to tell us that the stage BP is going to be the same BP of the enemy that we're going up against. Essentially, you face your enemy's BP as the stage BP. Okay, whatever. It's fine with me. It's fine with me. I'll take it. Yeah, so that's the changes there. Other optimizations and fixes: adjust the season score resets calculation rules for Honest Gauntlet, increasing the score reduction ratio for higher ranking brackets is always good. Auto fight optimization, campaign stages, promotion insignia stages, and hero visit stages now support the auto fight and gear recording. Awesome. I think that every fight in this game should support auto fight gear recording. But auto fight experience optimization, heroes in auto fight can now adjust their gear and artifacts. If you have your heroes, like you say you have Yovar or whatever using in Gear Raid 3, and you want to take something off of Yovar or Silas, this was really annoying for me. I would like to farm like 500 runs, and then I couldn't really do anything else still because I couldn't really move any gear around. I don't know, it was really weird. Hopefully we don't have to redo all of our fights though. New Trial of the Watchers added, faction trial up to stage 18. That should be fun. Quick cast optimization, individual hero skills. Auto casting can now be controlled. Commanders now enable this feature by going to system settings, gameplay, individual hero skill, quick cast control. Okay. New achievement related to Trial of Watchers have been added. Cool. Fixed an issue where Ezereth occasionally failed to replace textures when switching to World Destroyer mode or World Devourer mode. What they're saying by replace textures means it's not changing color like it's supposed to be. Clarified the skill description of Monolith Collision for the Demon Soldier Golden Guard. Optimized description: Golden Guard continuously accelerates, colliding with the first ground hero ahead and dealing true damage equal to 40% of the target's max HP. The Demon Soldier also takes some damage. The skill can only be triggered one time per deployment. Optimize the quick stage skip logic for Tower Deception. You can now skip battles based on your highest historical floor reach. Okay. Stage support feature optimized. Added guild member support option. Okay, cool. So instead of like just being able to like grab the assist unit, I believe what they're talking about is now you can get it from your guild member if you want to. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Instead of just being friends, I think. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, some positives here that we're looking at. Obviously, the Ireless Winter's Mercy. We know that Rivenhold, the Hornbound Sovereign, is going to be coming soon. Hopefully that unit's worth it going for. This is going to help Ireless be a little quicker. And then we have the Nastia Poison Immunity for extra 5 seconds. The fix for Numera, the Grimthor Guardian, to help with the damage reduction debuff. Very good. And then we have the Venoma buff as well, which is one of the massive ones. I'm going to make her a little bit more useful for Gear Raid 3 or any kind of AoE content. And then we have the big one with Gwendolyn, the Northern Star, where I think this is going to be a very sought after hero after this. I think with this vulnerability to physical damage, when the shields just kind of disappear, it's going to help us hit higher numbers in Matrix 1. And I think that's really the big call outs, a couple of fixes here and stuff too. And we have the tier A's and tier B, Master League, Amateur Leagues, or whatever of Guild War coming out. So it's going to be a pretty good update. I'm really excited, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. Interested to see what you guys are feeling out about this update. Are you concerned? I'm also a little concerned about how high these defenses and magic resistance and HP and stuff are going to be buffed in the arena. Or are we going to need just those super high tier units in order to even break through without getting run over by the enemies? We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm sure they did some testing. But anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you check out prospector.gg. Leave a comment down in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think about this update. I've been the Prospector. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep digging.